I would like to say hi to the 17th Cheongju International Short Film Festival. I'm so glad to be here. Greetings from Spain. My name is Álvaro de la Hoz. I'm a filmmaker from Spain. I've made a lot of short films, music videos too. I like fantasy, science fiction, I like mystery. And Replica is my last short film so far. And I'm very happy to be here at the Cheongju International Short Film Festival. A lot of my films talk about isolation, talk about being alone, being an outcast, being somewhat disconnected from society. And I think Replica is the same, because the main character, the woman, she's always alone. And strangely, her victims, at least the first two victims, they are alone too. Something bad is happening to them. Something terrible and extraordinary, and no one noticed. So that's another theme for me, apart from isolation and loneliness. Big things, terrible things, extraordinary things may be happening in front of our eyes, and we don't pay attention. I have to talk about the main character. At the beginning of the film, this woman seems like a cruel, cold person. Her victims, on the other side, look very human. We see their suffering, we can relate to them. But in the last scene, we see that this woman, the main character, she's also human. She has doubts, she's not a machine. She's not 100% sure of what she's going to do or what she has to do. So in the end of the short film, I would like the audience to think, is she really a bad person? Or is there a reason for what she's doing? For me, there is a reason. What if something terrible happened to this woman in the past? And what if these powers, her powers, are the only way she has to claim revenge about that? And what if the first victims, that poor people, they are only training for her? I was looking for actors for another project, and an acting teacher, a friend of mine, invited me to her acting class. Okay, so I went to this acting class, and when the class started, they started with some warming up exercises. One pupil make gestures, like actions, and other pupil has to mirror him or her. I thought, wow, if someone forced me to mirror his movements, it would be very scary to lose control of your body and leave it to another person. With that idea, I started to think, what kind of character, what kind of person would have this power? If someone had this ability, which is very similar to pulling the strings on a puppet, it would be a quiet person. Because the people that pull the strings in real life, on puppets, but also on politics or the economy, they are always hidden. So I thought of this character, of this woman, that is very quiet, very shy, that nobody notices her. She's almost invisible. Once I had the picture of this character in my mind, then the rest of the story came. I want them to be touched by my film. That's what I always want when I make a film. I did the film with my heart, with my feelings, with my fears. If someone in Korea, if you watch my film, and a week later you are in a metro station, in a crowd, and then you think, oh, What if someone controlled me? Or if you are in a fast food restaurant and you pick the knife and think, oof, scary. That's amazing for me. That's all I want. I like to tell stories without dialogue. One reason is that I like to make mysterious films that leave a lot of room for the audience to think and make up their own story. I feel that if I used words, I'd be tempted to give more information. There is a second reason, and it's like I'm always trying to make films that feel like a dream. I like films that have this weird atmosphere. There is a third reason, and it's if I don't use words, you are going to see in Korea or in Brazil or in France or wherever, you're going to see exactly the same film because our languages may be different and our cultures may be different, but we share, all the world, we share one language, that is the language of cinema. Thank you so much for watching my film, and thank you so much for making me these questions. Bye.